Hi everybody. So for this particular lesson video, I'm actually going to make a series of videos. That way it just kind of breaks it up a little bit. So once you're done with this one, you can go ahead to the next one. Before we start anything new, I just want to kind of go over some things you learned in the past and make sure those are brought up to speed. So if you're graphing, say y equals x squared, hopefully you guys remember that looks like a parabola. When I ask you for domain, I'm basically asking you how far does this go to the left and how far does it go to the right, and are there any holes in the graph? So obviously this is a continuous graph. There's no holes, so it goes forever to the left and forever to the right. So we would say the domain's negative to positive infinity. Another way to say that is just to say all reals. Now for the range, we're interested in y values. The lowest y value on your parabola is at 0, so you can't have any negative y values that are reflected in this graph. So unlike domain, your range would start at 0 and then it just rises forever. Another way to say that is you could say all y values are greater or equal to 0. So I'm going to take the same graph, I'm going to modify it a little bit. So it normally starts out like this, and we'll review this in a little bit, but for right now, this is where the new graph would end up being. So your domain still didn't change. This is still going forever to the left and forever to the right. Your range, however, did change because now your lowest point is not at 0, it's at 1. So we want to use a bracket, 1, and then it rises forever. So what we're going to be doing today is we're really going to be focusing on graphing radicals. So if you're asked to graph the square root of x, you guys probably have this memorized from back in chapter 1, but it does say use 3 points. So I'm going to encourage you to be clever about the numbers you choose to plug in for x if you were to make a table. So 0 is always a good number to use because we can square root 0. 1 is an easy number. We can square root 1. Now, I would not pick 2 because you can't do the square root of 2 and make it a nice, pretty whole number. So the next perfect square would be 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3. That's 3 points. So we're going to stick each of those in for x into this problem, and then we're going to answer that. So square root of 0 is 0, square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2. All right, so you got your 3 ordered pairs. We're going to graph 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. And then we'll go ahead and connect it, and there's your square root graph. Now, when I ask you for your domain, it does not go forever to the left. It stops at 0 on the x-axis. So the domain is from 0, and then it goes forever to the right. Your range also has 0 as the lowest point, and it goes forever upwards. So you're going to have the same domain and range for this problem.